Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Then we can go back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave. And then down to touch our toes again. Now hands on hips. And wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle. Side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And then we'll go round and round. Round and round. And stop. And then back the other way. Round and round the other way. And stop. And to finish, guys, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Have a seat. Okay, so by now, because of all the work we've been doing recently, everyone will be able to tell me division. Yes, this is the division symbol. And division, D-I-V-I-S-I-O-N. So we have division. And then, what about this symbol?
Multiply.
Multiply or multiplication. M-U-L-T-I-P-L-I-C-A-T-I-O-N. And we can also use this symbol. Plus or addition. A-D-D-I-T-I-O-N. Division. Multiplication. Addition. the minus symbol, or subtraction. S-U-B-T-R-A-C-T-I-O-N. The four main components of mathematics are represented by these symbols: division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. But as we already know, because we've done little bits of work previously, sometimes we can do math problems that involve more than one of these different symbols. Now, can anybody remember the term given to math problems that combine two or more of the different mathematical equations? Anybody remember? Combined operations, that's correct. Whenever, for example, we take the division sign and we involve it in a calculation with multiplication, addition, or subtraction, it's called combined operation. O-M-B-I-N-E-D. Combined. The word combined means together. If we put something together, it's combined. And operations, O-P-E-R-A-T-I-O-N-S. Combined operations. And we're going to be using division. So we're going to be looking at combined operations involving division that also include different numbers. So for example, we can do a combined operation on the board to demonstrate. So first of all, let's have a look at a number such as 325 divided by, let's do 25. Okay? And then we could say plus okay? So this is what we call a combined operation, because we've got division, addition, subtraction, all within the same mathematical problem. So that's what we mean by combined operations. And thinking back to previous lessons that we've learned, guys, what's the first calculation that we need to do? Which part of the calculation comes first? Well done, well remembered. We always do the calculation that's in the bracket first. So let's do it together. 75 minus 50. So we just do the subtraction calculation like we always do. 5 minus 0 equals 5. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Therefore, we have our answer for step 1, 25. 75 minus 50 equals 25. So that's stage 1 of the combined operation done. Next, 325 divided by 25. So now let's organize our division table. 325 divided by 25. So remembering our long division steps that we've learned, 0 above the 3. How about 32? 32 divided by 25 equals 1. And then 1 times 2, 1 times 25 equals 25. The next stage, subtraction. 32 minus 25. 32 minus 25 equals 7. Okay. And then what do we do? Bring down the 5. 75 divided by 25. 3. 3 times 25. 75. 75 minus 75 equals 0. Any more numbers to bring down? No. Any remainders? No. So we have our answer. So now, step 2, 13. Okay? $38. So you see, a combined operation involving all of the different mathematical symbols, but it's not to worry, because if we just do them in the correct stages, we can arrive at the correct answer. So we can say 325 divided by 25 plus 75 minus 50 equals 38. And this is how we do combined operations involving division, which is what we're going to be concentrating on today. And guys, that was brilliant, very well worked out. So what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe and try to calculate the division problems involving combined operations. So what we'll ask our students to do is get a pencil and a piece of paper, and as we go through the different steps, let's see if we can work them out together. So pencils and papers, guys, and then turn to look at the TV screen. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, combined operations with division. Yes, so today we're concentrating on combined operations that have division problems. For combined operations, always do the sum in brackets first. Okay, so that's always the place to start. Combined operations, find the brackets and start with the sum in brackets. So here we have 1,275 minus 400 divided by 25. So where do we start, guys? In the brackets. 1,275 minus 400. So when you've got your pens and pencils and papers, you can work that out, and who can give the answer? What we can do is we can do a table like this. 5 minus 0 equals 5. 7 minus 0 equals 7. And then 2 minus 4? Can't do, so we borrow from the next biggest column. So we say 12 minus 4 equals 8. So now we have our answer to our step 1. 875. So the answer for step 1, 875. But we're not finished yet, because now we have to move on to the next stage of the combined operation. Now, 875 divided by 25. We know the 8 is too small, so we write 0 above that. 87 divided by 25 equals 3. And then we say 3 times 25? 75. 87 minus 75? 12. And then we bring down the 5. So now we have 125. Divided by 25 equals 5. So we have our answer, 875 divided by 25 equals 35. So now we have our answer. We can say 1,275 minus 400 and then divided by 25 equals 35. And that's how we do a combined operation involving division. So let's do one more together. So the next word, the next division, the next combined operation with division, 902 divided by 22 plus 963. So what's the first problem that we do, guys? In the brackets. 902 divided by 22. So what do we need to do first? Organize 902 divided by 22. So we know the 9 is too small, so we can write 0 above the 9. But then 90. How many times does 22 go into 90? 4 times. So we have our first answer. 4 times 22, 88. 90 minus 88 equals 2. And then, what do we need to do? Bring down a 2. So we have 22. And then 22 divided by 22 equals 1. 1 times 22 equals 22. 22 minus 22 equals 0. So now we have answer to the first problem. 902 divided by 22 equals 41. So now we move on to the next stage of our combined operation. 41 plus 963. And what we can do, organize. So starting with the ones, 3 plus 1 equals 4. 6 plus 4, 10. So we write 0, carry the 1. And then 1 plus 9 equals 10. So same again. And this time, because we move into the thousands, comma. So our answer, 1,004. So we can say 902 divided by 22 plus 963 equals 1,004. And that's how we do combined operations with division. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about combined operations involving division. And it's always important to remember that always start with the sum in brackets and work our way on from there. And we've got a flashcard exercise coming up for our students to practice further. But first of all, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, I think we'll do a game of teacher says. So listen carefully. Hands on head. Teacher says, hands on head. Teacher says, arms in the air. Teacher says, arms down, arms in the air. Teacher says, touch your shoulders. Teacher says, touch your hips. Touch your knees. Stand up straight. Okay, teacher says, stand up straight. And then teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, back the other way. Arms in the air. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. And teacher says, have a sit back down. And teacher says, it's now time for our flashcards exercise of division problems involving combined operations. So teachers, what you'll need to do is print off the flashcards for the lesson and cut the division problems involving combined operations into individual strips. Then fold them and place them into a bowl, such as this. And then, when you've got your combined operations all folded in a bowl, we can invite some students to come forward. So first of all, I would like to invite Nadia. Come and join me at the front of class, please. So Nadia will go first with our division problems of combined operations. Can you show it to your friends, Nadia? Plus 462 divided by 22. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to write this combined operation on the board. So Nadia, for you, 970. You can just write, you'll need to write it all first. 970 plus 400, brackets, yes, 462, divided by 22. Close brackets, equals. Okay, it looks a lot, but don't worry, because all we need to do is do it step by step, and we'll have the answer soon enough. So remembering, guys, the first thing we do, brackets. So first of all, Nadia, can you do the division problem? 462 divided by 22. And as we've been doing in recent lessons, we just do our division problem involving long division. So we know the 4 is too small for the 2-digit divisor. We can write 0. But then, how about 46? 22 will go into 46 2 times. So we can write 2. Excellent, Nadia. And then 44. 2 times 22, 44. And then subtract 46 minus 44 equals 2. Bring down 2. So now we're asking 22 divided by 22 equals 1. 1 times 22, 22. 22 minus 22 equals 0. Okay, so we're at 0. No remainders. Any more numbers to bring down? No. So we have our first answer, 21. So then the next stage of our combined operation, 970 plus 21. So Nadia will now do the addition calculation. 970 plus 21. So, starting with the ones, equals 1. 9 plus nothing equals 9. So now we have our final answer, 991. And that's how we work out division problems involving combined operations. 970 plus 462 divided by 22 equals 991. Nadia, that was brilliant. Very well worked out. High five and a big round of applause for Nadia, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video in your own classroom and play on with your own students for the next 10 to 12 minutes. And remember, have a different student come forward and answer the combined operation on the board. All of the class can practice answering together. And we're going to carry on doing them now. So we need our next student. Well, first of all, we need a clean board. And now I would like to invite Bangpon. Come and join me at the front of class, please. And Bangpon's turn to choose his combined operation and show it to your friends. Anyone? That's it. So now we have 450 620 minus 590. Okay. So first thing to do, let's write our combined operation on the board. 450 divided by, open brackets, 620 minus 590, close brackets, equals. Excellent, Bangpon, well done. So guys, as always with combined operations, where do we start? We start in the brackets. So 620 minus 590. Excellent, Bangpon. Equals 3. Excellent. Bangpon has answered stage 1 of the combined operation perfectly. He took 620 and then he subtracted 590, which gives us the answer 30. So what we now do is move on to the next stage. 450 divided by 30. So the next stage is our division table. 30, excellent, and then 450. And now we just do our division problem involving long division like we always do. Because we're dividing by 2 digits, the 4 isn't big enough, so we can write 0. But then 45 divided by 30 equals 1. So we can write 1 as our answer. 1 times 30 is 30. 45 minus 30 equals 15. Correct. And then, what do? Bring down a 0. So now, we're not talking about 0 anymore. 150. So now, 150 divided by 30. How many times? 5. Yes. If you want a trick to doing this, we could just say 15 divided by 3 and then add the 0 again at the end. Our answer is 5. So now, 5 times 30, 150, yes? 150, yes. And now we have our answer, 15. So we can say 450 divided by 620 minus 590 equals 15. Bangpon, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Bang Bong, please, guys. Time for our next student. But first of all, I need to clean the board. And now I would like to invite Lakgao. Come and join me at the front of class. And now you can choose your word problem and show it to your friends, Lakgao.
525 minus 405 divided by 15.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do, let's write it on the board. So Lakgao, I'll hold it for you. 500, open brackets,
525 minus 405
close brackets, divided by
15
equals. Excellent. So where do we start, guys? In the brackets. 525 minus 405. So 5 minus 5 is 0. Excellent. Lakgao has worked out the answer to stage 1. 525 minus 405 equals 120. So now we're ready for stage 2. 120 divided by 15. So now Lakgao can demonstrate the division table. (120) divided by 15. So we know, because we're dividing by two numbers, the 1 will never be big enough. And in fact, 12 divided by 15 equals 0. 12 divided by 15 we cannot do. 15 is bigger than 5. If 15 is bigger than 12, so 0 here. Now we ask ourselves, 120 divided by 15. How many times? Lower? 8. Yes. Our answer is 8. So we can then say 8 times 15 and 20. Yes. 120. 120 minus 120 equals 0. Any remainders? No. So we have our answer. Our answer is 8. So we can say 525 minus 405 divided by 15 equals 8. And that's division combines operations. Lakgao, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Lakgao, please, guys. And a big round of applause for everybody doing a great job. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure every student in your classroom gets their own worksheet. And what we've got today, we've got 5 combined operation problems involving division, just like we've been doing in the flashcards exercise. So what we'll ask our students to do is answer each one by showing their working out in the spaces provided. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Write our names on top. And give our students around 15 minutes for this activity and just help them with anything they need. So Net, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, for you. Chu, for you. Down, here's yours. Frau, for you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Bangpon. And Lakgao, for you. So names on top, guys, and then your combined operations. And remember, always do the sum in brackets first. So our first one, 318 divided by 12. 318 divided by 12. So we know 3 isn't big enough. But how about 31? How many times does 12 go into 31? 2. Correct. Well done, guys. So we can write 2, and then 2 times 12. 24. So then we have to ask 31 minus 24. 7. Okay, and then we can bring down 8 to make 78. And now let's ask ourselves, how many times will 12 go into 78? Or 6? 6? Yes. Okay. And then 6 times 12? 76. And then 78 minus 76 equals 2. So now we bring down. Well, what do we have to do? Remainder 2. But when we do the next stage of a combined operation, don't worry about the remainders. Just do the answer that you have. It's what's known as estimate. If you have your remainder, you can't include it in the next calculation. We have to move on to the estimate. $26. 85 minus 26, yes. Yes. Excellent, yes. What happens when we're working with division? We have to do estimates if you have remainders. Remainders can't be included in the next part of the calculation. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the combined operations worksheet. And remember, always do the combined operation part that's in brackets first. That's the best way to start so that we can get our answer correct at the end of the calculation. And my students here all did an excellent job, so well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and found it interesting and now understand how to solve combined operations involving division. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again next time.